Previously on Dice, Paper, Roll.
In the second layer of hell, they landed. Their entry to Dis, not too heavy-handed. Into the Iron City the Tight Five strode, promising cable for the devil's abode. Under the gates where the Erinyes stood, wearing magical disguises, just like a hood. Amongst tortured slaves the heroes went on, attempting to uphold their cunning con. But through their disguises the devils could see. They could nae get past, not with deception nor plea. Their clever tongues cost them a bruise and a frown. When before Calitras the heroes were cast down. Calitras knew that this was their path, thanks to their magical telegraph. You see, when sneaking in, it is always recommended, don't tell your mark that's what you intended.
Hello to you and welcome to the Podcave. This is Dice, Paper, Roll, a Dungeons & Dragons comedy podcast, all improvised before your very ears. Thank you for joining us. This is Book 2, Chapter 22. Dice, Paper, Roll is, as ever, brought to you by our very generous patrons, dedicated as they are, and oh, so calm and collected, this bunch. They love us and we love them. Their names are
Alex Burke, Blade Douglas, Daniel King, Danielle B., Danny Carroll, Irene Cucci, Jasper Parker, Casper Morris, Leaf Burner, Lewis Potter, Liam Sterner, Lloyd Wagstaff, Matthew Undead Ban, Mika Wallace, Robbie Anderson, Ryan Lewis, Sammy Duncan, Terry Keller, and Trent Denham, and Trevor Goodchild.
Got ahead of yourself there.
If you enjoy the sound of your own name, then you should subscribe to us on Patreon, patreon.com/Dice Paper Roll. You can join at any old tier, all the way from $1 to $3 million. We don't have anyone at that tier yet, but I'm hopeful. This is, of course, as I've said, Dice Paper Roll, and my name is Emil. I play Brackeye, the Goliath Barbarian. He is 7 foot tall and he's all stone. He's not really stone, but he looks like stone. He's a Goliath, which is like a giant kin. Giant kin, that's what he is. Wields a greatsword, turns into a werewolf. Boom, bam, that's it.
I'm Jack, and I'm playing Ariki's song, a tiefling bard, and other things. She's got a lute.
What's she look like?
She's got horns on her head, an eye patch at the moment, hiding a decapitated eye.
Is that the word we
That's the word I'm running with.
Decapitated.
She's got alabaster skin, and yeah.
My name's Ben. I play Snatch, the Halfling Rogue and Gunslinger. He is short of stature, and he's coming at you. He's a sneaky little rogue, currently in the depths of hell with his companions.
And hoping Vogue.
What?
All doing Vogue. I was just trying to get the rhyme there.
Anyway, yeah, that's me.
My name's Greg. I'm playing Alan, Aaron, Aeon. Is that right? Yeah. An Asamar Sorcerer of Helm. He's a divine soul sorcerer, channels his god Helm through his magic, which is powered by his fantastic charisma.
And I'm Dan. I play Thundor, the human fighter and cleric of Tempest. He is a human with plate mail and mutton chops, but he is having a crisis of faith. His god seems to be too busy getting drunk and partying instead of saving the world like the Tight Five. But fuck Thandor. because he's taking a back seat. Because I am the dungeon master. So I play everything else, and I narrate, and I do funny voices, and I do the actiony and the stabby stab and the blood and the blah.
The bad guys.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave this pamphlet here for you, Dan. This Helm pamphlet.
Oh yeah, Crisis of Faith. Maybe I need a new god. Who knows? Who knows? Ooh, character development. Something that we don't do often.
I think 80 episodes in is about the right time to bring it.
Start developing characters.
Yeah. But only slowly.
Very gently.
Minuscule.
I mean, we wouldn't like alienate anyone with like quality.
Quality role play. Yeah. You came here for lame jokes, and we will deliver.
Or we'll
Yeah.
provide.
Yeah. Quality dick jokes.
I was telling someone about the podcast last night, and they didn't get the pun that the podcast is named after, so I explained it to them. They were just as impressed.
Deep.
Deep.
Yeah, that's some rice paper roll, baby. Ba-boom.
Ooh.
Deep sushi cuts right there. We're
All right.
on fire already.
So, on that, let's just jump into it. So, the Tide Five are standing in a chamber with the Dark Lord Calatras sitting on his throne within the Iron Tower, within the Iron City of Dis, the second layer of hell. Calatras smiling at you, and your quips and smart-ass comments have no effect over him. His face remains steely, and
It's to match the decor.
and he looks at you and says, "You have been a hindrance to me and my lord, foiling what we have done, but no more. Now you belong to me. My lord and the Dark Mistress have been working for some time, and now we will end the blood war. The devils will overthrow the chaos and bring law and order to the multiverse, and all we had to do was take a little girl. Now our ranks swell. Look." And he turns to a large mirror that is 7 foot wide. His sharp nail presses against the mirror and it ripples out from the point. The reflection warps and then is replaced with a view over Avernus, the first layer of hell. Regimented legions march in formation towards a swirling portal. There are thousands, millions of devils. As demons pour from the portal and slam against the front lines of the devils, but they continue to march, marching into the void.
Well, not surprised. Mirrors always make spaces look bigger.
Devil army in mirror may be larger than it appears.
Hopefully further away too.
I don't think you realize the moment that you are witnessing here. This will end the blood war, the stalemate that has pitted demon versus devil for centuries, for eons.
Why would we care about that?
Yeah, I've been not too bothered.
I mean, we might, look like devils, but it's just a spell.
Oh, you sucked it! Oh, you made it! Oh, you fell for
You did.
No.
You did.
No,
Say that
you
now.
know.
Yeah.
I knew the moment
sure
that
you
you
fucking did.
came into Dis. I knew the moment that you came into the city walls. I saw it all.
High size 2020, motherfucker.
Oh, I fucking hate you so much.
Got him.
I will give you one opportunity. I will make the same offer that I made once to Arikis. Join us.
I mean, you gave us one opportunity, and obviously we've had a second opportunity, so I don't know how much we can trust your word.
You have had 2 opportunities. I haven't given the first opportunity to the rest of the group, okay? Count yourself lucky, Arikis. I changed you. I brought forth the evil that inhabits you, the devil that you always were. I brought it out of you. You felt the joy of death from your own hands. and you relished it.
Well, I mean, I got rid of that, didn't I?
Have you?
Aye. Have a go.
Calitras reaches one hand out towards you and then starts to go
It's really cheaped out on the sound effects for season 2.
And I don't think that's as intimidating as you think it is.
Shut up. It has somatic components, all right? It's a verbal spell and somatic. So he reaches his hand out.
Who wrote the spell? The fucking Teletubbies? Or?
Yes, they're actually on the 7th layer of hell.
Right where they belong.
That actually explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Black swirling energy reaches out towards you, Ariki, and it envelops you. And then a confused look washes over Calitras's face.
Aye. It's difficult, isn't it, when you lose a wee bit of control?
It is. Doesn't it remind you of when you took the life of Minka?
Aye. Just like I'm gonna take yours.
Well, I find that quite funny, seeming that you are completely surrounded. You have no escape. You are in my domain. But I digress. You see, I'm here to offer you a choice. Join us. You can see that there are so many of us now. Mortals, they are easily corrupted. A taste of power during their short lifetime, and then they are yours. When we helped Shah to wreak havoc on her sister, the moons colliding, there were so many mortals terrified, wanting to live, wishing to live. It was easy to tell them that they could have eternal life, that they could fight for a greater purpose. Don't you want to fight for a greater purpose? And it's all thanks to our Lord Despater. It was he that saw the opportunity to align with Shah and how it would finish the blood war. And now we march. Now we conquer. First, the material plane. And now the abyss. And then all of the planes.
What? Even the cheese dimension?
Even the cheese dimension.
No! Actually, lactose intolerance. I'm not too stressed.
They've always been a neutral plane, the Swiss.
Do you think after you take it over there'll be a lot of debris?
Oh, the humour's too much. I can't bear it.
That was real good.
Well, let's cut the cheddar.
Did you fart? Sorry. Fucking hell, that's bad. It's like sulfur mixed with a fish.
Brimstone-y. Did you eat tacos?
Fish tacos.
Ceviche?
Jesus.
There's a little,
I don't
just
know.
a hint of citrus in there. It's a gentle flavour.
I don't know how to segue into what I wanted to say from this. So I will just barrel on, seeming that you are so interested in keeping the humor. Despater could see how we could take action and finish this once and for all. Shah, she only wanted to destroy her sister, bring despair to the plains, bring darkness to all. We have spent so much time fighting this war, and none of you even knew it. We have kept the demons at bay whilst you fought one another, destroyed your planet, sought only greed over your fellow people. You deserved this. You brought it all upon yourselves, and now we will end it. So I offer you. Join us. You won't be pitiful lemures. You will be devils of repute, generals in Despater's army. You will end this stalemate and bring order to all. All I ask is that you voluntarily place a drop of blood here. And he pulls a piece of dried flesh from a pocket dimension.
Oh,
And-
that's the smell.
and-
That's definitely the smell.
Yeah, coriander.
And also a drop of blood here, and then just a smudge here, here, and here. That's all. That's all I ask.
Yeah, righto. Brackeye pulls a knife from Snatcher's belt and goes to cut his hand, and then he's like, "Oh, hang on one sec," and he just flips Calatress the bird. That's right. Fuck you.
Oh, I'm sorely tempted, but I'm already spoken for, you see. Helm owns me, and I own my love for him. So, really, you can shove your skin contract right up your pocket dimension.
You want to be owned by a god? You can have free will here.
Oh, I
You
mean,
just have to follow the rules.
Free-ish will.
yeah,
free-ish.
free-ish will. I mean, I have free will to decide the way that Helm has set out for me.
But you could bring law and order to the multiverse.
It's a terrible TV show. I mean, that's what we were here for originally, is to bring cable to everyone. But no one wanted it, did they, guys?
No.
Law and order multiverse. Dum dum.
Continuous episode of Special Victims Unit, pretty much, with you in charge. Yes, burnt.
Which doesn't really do much to a devil, does it?
I have fire resistance.
Oh, yep. Okay. I'm gonna just go work on my type 5.
You're going to have to do a bit better than this, Calatress. I mean, none of us are going to be convinced. I don't think. I think I speak on behalf of my friends.
Wait, let me just think about it.
I mean, the holiday pay, I'm sure, is fine, Ariki's, but come on.
No.
Gold, power, none of these things mean anything to you.
No, I think you mentioned earlier that we were selfish and greedy, but that doesn't really fit with our MO. Honestly, we haven't looted a corpse in several episodes, so
Yeah, I think the last thing I got when I looted a corpse was this, and I pull out my coin and I flip it.
oh.
Heads, Tamora.
Yeah.
Tails, Bashaba.
Oh, is that heads or tails? Oh, it's tails. Oh. It lands on Bashaba. Oh, good to see you too, Bashaba. -4 to everything.
I think that is fitting, seeming that your luck has run out. And seeming that we are here having a reunion. I love reunions. Bruval! And from the iron doors, out steps Bruval, his twisted horns and leathery wings. Yes, my lord. I have a gift for you. Do what you will with them. The only gift I seek is to have my daughter return to life. You have no need of her soul. Let her go. Calatras's hand swells in a fluid motion, and fire lingers behind as he pulls from a pocket dimension a crystal jar, and inside is a glowing blue force that whips and whirls within, and a small face screams within. In good time, Bruval. I will free her when we have completed what needs to be done. You said you would when I agreed to join you. Let her go. She should live, play. She was so beautiful.
Do you want us to leave the room while you sort this out, or?
Enough!
And not really a great advertisement for joining the Devils. I mean, like, clearly you didn't honour the agreement with Bruval. Bruval, I know there's been a bit of bad blood between, you and Brackeye, but
Sacrificial
obviously-
blood, even.
Yeah, like, obviously not really holding up his side of the deal, so want to join the good guys again?
Because also, if you die here, you die properly, right?
Yes, that is true.
And who's going to save
Emily.
Emily then?
We got it right. Was it Emily?
Emily, yes.
I mean, probably shouldn't be celebrating. She's, probably tender for him.
Oh, yeah,
You're right.
sorry.
But I must respect the wishes of my master.
Right. Well, we did fight you last book, so kind of like a bit anticlimactic to have you again. So
Enough! Dispose of these pitiful mortals as your lord has commanded you.
no banishment. I cast banishment at Bruval.
At Bruval.
Yep.
Right. DC 19 save. Charisma save.
Yes, DC 19 charisma.
Yeah, that's a 4 on the dice.
And there goes 6 pages of Danny's game.
I hold out my hand and golden energy swirls around me as I utter my powerful magical word. No! As Bruval is a swirl of that golden energy lights up and circles Bruval and sucks him into my own pocket dimension.
No! No! Emily!
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's
That
good.
was that was a good move.
Yeah, well, I thought, been there, done that.
Right.
On to the next book. Right, Calitras.
Right, well, that changes things, doesn't it? Little spanner in the works, but it's quite all right, seeming that there are 4 Aaron, yes, 2 chain devils all around you, restraining you. So, I think... Just one moment.
What do you think Bruval was going to do with the soul? I mean, what do you do with the soul in a vial? That's my question. Is it keep it on a shelf? For,
Keepsake.
Right.
Yeah,
Around his neck?
Shake
maybe?
up and down and like little
Yeah.
snow bits.
Right, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, send it off to the, place where all humanoid souls go to be, live in their god's paradise for the rest of eternity.
maybe
Is that how that works?
Look
Is it?
suspiciously at Aylan.
Yeah, no, there's like you go, and then there's like this limbo bit where there's a big queue, and then there's this god who judges you and says whether you've been naughty or nice, and if you've been nice, then you go to your god's paradise. But if you don't believe in a god, then you're totally fucked.
Well, not according to Goliath mythology.
Oh,
If you're a Goliath, you can kind of be and do whatever you want. I mean, it depends. Your actions and deeds do, of course, get measured and weighed in the afterlife. But it just really all the difference it makes is whether or not you get turned into a stone that skips or a stone that doesn't.
oh, well, fair enough. Each to their own.
that's quite beautiful. Didn't really line up with my experience of death.
My grandma was a 9 skipper.
Oh wow, she
Yeah.
must have been amazing.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Smooth.
What the
I
fuck
would
you say?
imagine. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now that you're quite done, Calitras claps his hands together and then spreads them apart, and in between his hands grows a fiery red line. And then from that fiery red line, yellow gas emits from it and completely consumes all of you. So could everyone please make a Constitution save?
I mean, the one before was bad, but this one's even worse.
Shit.
12. I got 13 minus my 4 for the coin. 9.
I lied. 11.
Okay, good. 26.
26.
26. I rolled a 19.
Fuck. So you're all very much struggling to actually speak at the moment, seeming that Thandor, Brackeye, Arikis, and Snatch are now choking as your esophagus tightens and you find it hard to breathe. As the two... Oh, nat 20. 19, damn. 15 plus 8, and another 19. Wow. As the 2 chain devils and 2 Aranyes start to attack you, Aylan. So that is 2, 3. That is 4, 6. That is 10 points of slashing damage. That is 12, 18, 22 plus 4, so 26 points of slashing damage. Fucking 13. And then for the crit is 21. Could you please roll a constitution check for me to maintain concentration on the pocket dimension?
Oh, yes.
Of banishment.
Well, that would technically be 4 concentration checks.
I'm sure you'll pass 4 in a row. Right?
Are they're constitution saves, right?
Yes, constitution save, so.
And the DC is the amount of damage. Ooh, the 26 is going to be tricky. I passed the first one. I did not pass the second one. That's the 26. So I lose concentration on that.
Does your satchel just fill with Bruval?
Oh, my pocket!
Bursting open your robes and they fall apart.
Fuck off, no! So Bruval reappears where he was.
So the swirling gold energy that had been trapping Bruval in this pocket dimension then sprouts forth once again, him standing there once more, and he comes up and he punches you in the face. 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
There's a hit. So 6. And then he goes to bind you, and you all pass out from the noxious gas.
Oh, do I not get a turn in that initiative round? Or?
It is your turn.
Before they pass out? Or
Okay.
After?
Yeah, sure, before they pass out.
Okay, all right. So I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Counterspell.
You want to counterspell that?
Yeah.
Okay, how does that work?
That's a good question.
Dice, paper, roll. We know all the rules. We play by all of the rules.
Spellcasting.
Oh, hang on, I'm close.
It's a lot more epic in Lord of the Rings when Saruman and Gandalf like
You didn't see the director's cut
Yeah.
though. Those guys were flipping through books for a good
Yeah, they're
30
like-
minutes between spells.
Gandalf's like, wait, I counterspell. Please, let's just have a look through
Okay,
this
you
book.
attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. 3rd level or lower. Spell fails and has no effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a reaction.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I should have taken that.
It's a good spell.
Cool. So as I try to cast this, I start to cast Dispel Magic.
Calatras says his own power word, no, and your spell has no effect. You start to try and spread the gas, and it starts to dissipate, and then your spell fades and has no effect. The noxious gas continues.
And as Snatch passes out, he goes,
Way to go, Calatras. Make us an offer without telling us what the alternative was. You fuck.
It was always death.
That's really lawful of you.
I think it was pretty apparent. It was death.
Well, I gave it a red hot go, and then do I pass out too?
Yeah.
Well, I gave it a red hot go.
thud noise. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
and that's the end of Dice Paper Roll.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's been 80 episodes leading up to this.
For book 3, we're going to do a series of spoken word poetry bits.
And inside of our dreams.
Inside of our jeans?
Not Jack, it's all down here. So he's taking his jeans off.